Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning into your boy, Pfunk Thinking Right, on my YouTube channel, doing what I do for you, as usual. But today we're going to have a good topic because I'm going to give more information on how to be something that we all should aspire to do. Writism, 25 rules to live by, storytelling, story with a message in the story. Today's story is going to be about how do you become a master of self. I didn't give a few breakdowns, but now I'm gonna try to break it down even more to show you the tenets and the things you need to do to become a master of yourself. I've done it, so let me help you out. Take these lessons down and maybe it'll help you out. Trust me. To become a self master is practicing something for a period of time. Routine, basic, daily, over a period of time. You will get better and hence become the master. You living. I tell everybody to become a master, you can be a jack of all trades, but you need to have a master for one or of one trade. My trade I mastered is life. Living it is what I mastered. Teach you how to do that. It's called mastering yourself. That's what you need to do. In order to do that, you need to know thyself, get understanding, get enlightenment, and live and do and be. Watch this. A master is someone who perfects a concept or a philosophy and lives by it. The sage, the guru, all these titles that they give for people who do this. I take the title sage because I got a philosophical concept that I live by. I profess it, I teach it, I live by it. A master is someone who was taught a particular skill, a way of life, and enhanced it or professed it to his way, tailor-made it my right thoughts. But the Maya philosophy, the Egyptian yoga concept, the Shita, all these other philosophies that they call it, I just tailor-made it, call it right thoughts because now it's mine. I mastered it their way. Now I tailor-made it my way, hence right thoughts. So it's just information that I've come to understand and use and know that it works. So I'm giving it to you. A master was first and foremost a good student. You had to learn. I put time in. I put over 20 years in. So this just ain't, I ain't just, oh, I'm a master. Time. Time served. Trust me on that. That's what makes you a master. A master is made through hard work, consistency, and knowing all about whatever it is he or she is involved in. In masonry, they call you a master mason because if you study and understand the craft, you master it, you live it, you can manifest it. Been there, done that. Okay, I got that under my belt too. Next one is, can anyone become a master of self? Yes. Yes. Huh. Listen, again, yes. When you put in the work needed to be done, you will become a master. If you don't put the work in, no results. Yes, if you use right those concepts and philosophical points of view in your daily lifestyle and time, you will master you. Yes, being a good student of right those concepts, you will become a master in time. Once you put in time, the work, energy, and effort, it happens. Don't have no control over it. You do it, it will happen. Yes, a master is made when your desire to be better and when you desire to be better and you reach and obtain that goal. Niha, spiritual awakening. Know thyself. Know who you are. You become a bad man. I keep telling you that. The last one is no. If the work you had to put in is not done, you'll never master yourself. That means you stay ignorant, stay in the dark. No knowledge of self. Knowledge of self is light. They tell you, go to the light, not on the deathbed. Go to the light where you live it. The light, knowledge, to the east. With amazing how we travel, where we travel? East, what? To the light, where knowledge resides. Trust me, that's where it's at. Next one is, what will self-mastery do for me? So, what would being a master of myself do for me? What's the benefits in being... Not get excited when it get like that. Let me try to explain to you. The belief is living my yacht. The belief in living my yacht is your past. The judgment will get you to pass judgment day at the end of your life. If your heart was you purified by living my yacht, once you take care of that, you master that, your Your day in court, you'll be all right. That's what it's all about. That's what they live for. The Egyptians live for their day in court. We live for time right now. Misunderstanding, misunderstood concept, but it's done ran rampant, and now it's hard to stop. Okay, next one is, what will self mastery do for me? The mastery of self will show spiritual awareness as a plus. When people see you conducting yourself in a respectful and a spiritual manner, why people think I'm a minister, I don't know. Not that I discredit it, but no, I'm a man of God. I don't preach. I teach a concept to get you closer to God, to help you become godly in your own time, in your own place, in your own space and time, right here and now. I digress. All right, here we go. Next one is, if you can learn to master yourself, you will have changed your life. Change your heart, Saul, Paul. You can do it. Anybody can do it. That's like, it's up for anybody to do. God don't stipulate. God don't have none of the prejudices. He don't do none of that. Okay. He served those who serve him. He don't pick and choose. Next one is, the title master means you know all about most of all that you know, which is yourself. You should know all about you. That's what mastery of you really means. If you're master of you don't need a psychiatrist. If you're master of you need a sociologist. If you're master of you need a doctor to tell you, okay? Understand that. The next one is, who were some great masters of self? Who did it? Who you know who did it? I'm being nice today. Let me explain to you. Imhotep. I used to talk about him a lot. He's the first multi-genius. He was the Pharaoh's vizier. He was the first builder of the pyramid. So he has a whole lot of things. If you Google Imhotep, that's a lesson within itself. But yeah, he was the first one who mastered self and used it, because the first pyramid, Saqqara, that was his concept. That was his viewpoint. He enhanced it. He started it. They built off that. He mastered himself. Haru, Horus, son of Asar, the first perfect man in spirit. The Son of God has the spirit from God, the intuitive knowledge from Aset, which is his wife, which is mother, father, and the Holy Spirit, which is you, the offspring of those two coming together. That's Haru. That's Horus. That's us. We're all children of God. The first man, the first woman to give birth to life to humans, Osiris, and Isis. That's how the Egyptian concept started. That's where it all begins. That's just a concept and that's their view. No, when you said it's a metaphor for life, that's all it is, conceptually. Hence, we all born from a mother and a father, so we all are the offspring of the spirit. Come on, man. It's too easy. Been there, done that. Old lesson. Catch up. Let's move. All right. I'm running out of time. I done got to catch up now. I done got behind running my mouth. Okay. Who were some of the great masters of self? Horus, Imhotep, your boy, Jesus Christ. He mastered himself and he preached and he brought upon change for the people. He became a martyr for the religion of Christianity. There was Jews back in the day. He came with a different concept, a different viewpoint, but he knew the same thing we teaching today. Okay? He understood it and he teaches the powers that be don't like that, because the people that he taught to the downtrodden, the less fortunate, it gave them hope. It gave them something to believe in, and they've been rolling with it ever since. I don't have a problem with that. Not at all. So I respect the Christians for Jesus Christ helping you along the way to do what you need to do. Be like him, more Christ-like. All right? Next one is my dude, Malcolm X. Personally, my lifetime, my idol for being a man of intellect, a man of respect, and first a man from the streets. I got a personal thing with that, cause yeah, when you run the streets, it makes you a different dude. When you leave the streets, oh, you got street plus you got God and knowledge of self, you become a bad man. Malcolm was a bad man. I respect him to the utmost. The next one, another one, Muhammad Ali. And see, when you got idols who life that you know, something you can follow. You ain't gotta fabricate ideas about it. You ain't gotta make up this, oh, he was this, he was that. We know what they did. We know the history of them. I lived during that lifetime, so I know firsthand. So I don't need nobody to give me a whole bunch of stories. I can metaphorically use it and symbolically put it in a place where I can live it, understand it. Why? I've seen it. The greatest love of all resides in me, you, and anybody else who understands that concept. Here we go. The last one is how will how will you know when you are a master of yourself? How do you know when you got there? How do you know when you reach that pinnacle, that knee house? That's what you want, the spiritual awakening. When it makes sense, when you see inside you 2020 vision, you begin to know things about yourself that will give you the ability to do all other things, because that's what God do. You can do all things through Christ, God, who strengthens you. With knowledge of Him, you're able to do anything. Here we go. When your lifestyle is respected by all who see it, you're a master. Yeah, I'm a walking billboard. I don't care what you think, how you feel. I do what I do. If you want to question that, by all means. But yeah, I'm a master. Next one is when you can break down your way of life to anyone from 5 to 80, you're a master. I can make it make sense to you here or here, and anywhere in between. That's a master. That's having mastery over what it is you're doing. Masons, think about that. Most Masons, after they get their third degree initiation, don't have a clue about their working tools. You ask them about working tools, they look at you like, what we got? Yeah, Mason, Master Mason, you got working tools. My bad. All right. The next one is when the change you make is seen by all as good, you're a master. When you can go from one place to another and it's good, like I said, I asked my wife, did I change? Was it for the good? That's a good thing. That's when change is good. Change for sake of change ain't always good. So changing not good ain't never gonna be good. But for the worst, never works out. Here we go. When it when people want to do what you're doing, you're a master. Now you're leading. Wow, you have somebody you got to instruct. Right thinkers, I'm the master, you're the student. If you want to learn this, that's what I do it for. You. Remember, I do what I do for you, my right thinkers. That's why I address you all every time. And I always make sure that when I'm talking to all my right thinkers, if you listen and following me, you're a right thinker. Okay? My point to that is the last point in here we got is when you have followers because of how you live, oh, you're a master. When somebody wants to do what it is you're doing because of how and what you're doing, that's a good thing. That means you master something. When you're a good leader, your followers follow the fact that they know you know what you're talking about. They know they respect and understand that you're leading in the right way. Ain't nothing worse than a bad leader. Ain't nothing worse than a bad master. You got some of them too. Now all masters ain't good. It's like all students ain't good. All friends ain't good. So ain't nothing always good. But one thing you can rely on, that gift that God has for you is always good. That inner voice that speaks to you, always good. Your gut, your first thought, whatever it is, it's always good. Think about that. How could that be? Because that's all he know is good. And if you follow his lead, then you become what? Good. You do his will, which is what? Good. As a God-fearing man, that don't make me religious. That don't make me fanatical. That doesn't make me a man who understands who and what he is and what God really means. Some people just holler, God, I'm following God. I'm a God-fearing man. But you're living like a wild man, like a heathen. So don't claim God if you're not going to do by God. That's all. If you're claiming something, that's what you should be. I'm a God-fearing man. Yeah, I fear God. So I fear doing the wrong thing. Why? Because the wrath I get from God as a parent. When I was out here doing wrong in the streets when I was young, I didn't worry about the police. I worried about my dad. Why? Because he gonna have his way with me. Okay? That's the same fear I have for my spiritual God. I ain't trying to disappoint him. I ain't trying to put him in a position to punish me. Trying to put him in a position to do what he has to do because of what I've done. The fetters, we do things to yourself. God and karma are one and the same. Don't care. Do what needs to be done when it needs to be done. So if you do something wrong, you know what's going to happen. But when you do it right, you can guarantee, rest assured, that's going to happen too. It's always going to be good.